Hey, my loves, Mahania here. This is Manifest with Mo. I am Mo, Mahania Shanette, and here we talk about all things manifesting because everything you see, you, me, we are all the manifestation of the mind of the Most High because we were first a thought in the mind of the Most High before we materialize into matter. So, therefore, it is always mind over matter. I came to encourage those today who need some encouragement. I came to give a pep talk, but I also came to make a commitment. And the way that things work out, I actually um I'm usually signed into, and I really need to subscribe to her to both on both channels, but I'm usually logged into my blogging channel, vlogging channel. And so when I first clicked on there, I saw Reverend Valerie Love, and this is when I went on so that I could go live. And she was talking about making a commitment. Now, I I came on YouTube to do a live stream. I told Maurice I need to put another video up. I need to be committed. I need to talk to our soul family. So I I want to, at least do this weekly. And so as soon as I open the app, Reverend Valerie Love is there, and she says I think it said insane commitments. And I'm like, what is she talking about today? And so I see I click on it, and she was talking about getting up at 5. Hey, I saw you. I just saw your text. It was going I was as soon as I went live. So she was talking about in the video making insane commitments. And what I'm going to do is after this live stream, I'll link the video in the description box. I have to edit the description box and find her video and link it here. But it was confirmation for me to get on here, even though look at y'all, I have two Chung buns. I washed my hair and I was just like, okay, I'm just gonna let's do something. I have on shades, y'all, because my head hurt. Waiting for my Advil to kick in. Thank you for all the hearts. How is everybody today? How is everybody? Don't forget to give a thumbs up, because then the video gets pushed down to the algorithm. We had about 50 people on the live stream last week or earlier this week, and I was just like, wow. But I came in here to encourage, to to hi everybody. I thought about this bumper sticker that I saw while driving, and it said, "But did you die?" And so I was looking at it for a minute. I'm like, "But did you die? What?" And then I thought about it, um, the context of it, and someone may be complaining, maybe not even complaining, just venting or just expressing trials and tribulations that they've gone through, and someone saying, "But did you die?" Right? They could be sarcastic. Thank you for all the thumbs up, everybody. um it could be just a reminder, right? Even though it sounds snarky and mean and spiteful, right? But I thought of that in a literal sense, and also in a pep talk way, kind of like, okay, all of these things may be happening, may be going on, maybe um in your current experience, right? But did you die? No. You're here, you're alive, you're breathing, right? So no matter if you lost the house, or your special person isn't there yet, or you lost that job, or they're giving you hell on that job, or your car broke down, or whatever it is, right? You right now, you have breath in your body. Do that breath work. do those breathing exercises and regulate your system first, right? Regulate your system. We'll deep dive into that in another video. But focus on what it is that you desire to feel. Focus on good afternoon to you too, and God bless you as well. Thank you. Focus on what it is that you desire to be. Hi. I'm telling you, I was at a very, very, very low point in my life before, where I was sitting in the living room. Good afternoon. I was sitting in the living room. We were I actually was pumping breast milk on the way to take it to the NICU because our baby was in the NICU. I lost my jobs. I had 3 jobs. Like it worked out where I had 3 jobs at 3 different schools. And Maurice was on leave because I had been in the hospital, and then I delivered the baby early, and the baby was basically passing away. Even though in that moment we hadn't given up, we hadn't lost faith, but our baby was eventually going to pass away about a week or so after this event took place. But we're sitting there, and all of a sudden I see my car like elevating. I'm like, what's going on? And I was like, oh my gosh, they're towing my car. I have to get this milk to the hospital, because at the hospital they had like this tiny, tiny little room only for me to stay in, not my husband. And it was just horrible. It was horrible, right? So they towed my car. So I remember we called my father-in-law and mother-in-law, and they came and picked us up. And so we go, they take us, whatever. So we're able to get to the hospital. A few days after that, our baby passes away. And then a month after that, our house floods. Our house completely flooded. I mean, stuff was floating. We had to grab our rain boots to try to get as much stuff as we could to try to save what we could. It was just so much stuff that just went on. And I remember like being so hurt, just feeling like life would never be right again. I remember just kind of just being so out there mentally because of all the pressure and the stress. And then I remember seeing this bumper sticker one day, and it said, "But did you die?" Even though a part of me, I feel like, died, and I never was able to recover that. I'm alive. I'm here. I kept living. I keep living. Living is what's real. Breathing is what's real. You are what is real in this world that was created by the Most High, by the divine, right? The real world that we live in, where the trees grow from and the grass grows out the ground. This is the real world, right? But there has been an illusion created where we're sent out to work, right? Thousands of years ago, this is not what we did. We were hunters and gatherers, but before that, we were just gatherers. We weren't even hunting to eat the meat, right? We were living, hi, oh, you're so sweet. Thank you. So much love to you too. Thank you. Your comments are just like, oh my goodness. And I forgot to put to edit it where the chat can come up. can stay up in the replay. Thank you, Golden Soul 333 Vibey. Thank you. I love your username. Thank you. And let me see, because a lot of people, 313 Collector, and is it Jermaine Event or JE? Am I saying that right? Zoe 587. I'm not going to even try to pronounce that. I think it's RT something. Let's see who else. Schroeder Joel. Thank you for subscribing. Welcome to our soul family here on YouTube. So grateful to you. Much gratitude to you. Thank you for all the thumbs up. You are just really, you confirming for me and helping me with this commitment of at least popping on here once a week and just motivating you and just encouraging. We are encouraging each other, and that's what it's about. So, yeah, I we live in a world, and don't get me wrong, I love things too, right? I love things. I love things, but I realize that these things have been created not necessarily out of malice or with a ploy to entrap, right? Because a lot of things we innovate and we create because we are creative beings. We were created by a creative being who also put this power in us. Okay, see you later, babe. Who also made us with the same, we're that spark. We're that spark. And so we have this creative energy that flows through us. And so a lot of things we create out of our natural creative energy, it allows us to flow. Right. When I'm coloring, when I'm molding clay, when I'm doing these things, I feel so at peace, and I feel the energy and the blockages moving. So we naturally create, right? But then there needs to be a balance. There needs to be a balance. A lot of people are afraid when they see the number 6 or 66 or 666, but it's really calling you to balance. It's really saying, hey, you're either too far off into the material world or too far off in the spiritual world. And something that my grandma used to say, you don't want to be so heavenly bound that you're no earthly good. We came here for an earthly experience. We came here for a physical experience. So yes, connecting with the spiritual and holistically loving ourselves, caring for ourselves, doing all the things we need to do for ourselves on a holistic level to ensure and give ourselves a holistic, healthy experience. That is very vital and that is important. But just know that there is so much to enjoy here. A lot of people, you may hear a lot of people say that Earth is a prison planet and that Earth is just a comfortable prison. Guess what? I'm enjoying my earthly experience. I'm enjoying putting my feet in the grass now that it's warming up again. I'm enjoying the sun shining. I enjoy the rain. I enjoy when it's cold and I'm able to bundle up and cuddle up and just be cozy. I enjoy the autumn. Like, it's just so much to enjoy here. It's so much to bask in the ambience of. There's so much. And so, like I said earlier, I came here to motivate you, to give you a pep talk, to let you know that everything is good. It is all good. You will make it. You will survive. Guess what? I had to sell the house. I, I had to give up my cars. You know, Maurice and I, we lost our baby Brielle, but we recovered. We were revived. We loved each other to life. We love each other to life every day. As a family, we love each other to life every day. And I don't just mean the Maurice and you know, myself and our children, my parents, my siblings, my cousins, my aunties, my uncles, the family that we've bonded with that aren't blood relatives, because family is those people who connect with you on a soul level. Relatives are related to you through blood or marriage, right? But with family, there's a connection. So love, like people, that phrase, love someone to death is just, it doesn't sit right with me. Love someone to life every day. Love yourself to life every day. Love yourself in life every day. It's just such a beautiful thing to be alive. There is so much for you to love. Yesterday I woke up and it was just like blah. I drank the coffee and nothing. Um, but I ended up putting it was some coffee from Shell. It was too sweet and I was like, oh my goodness, this is weak. It's not gonna do it for me. So I expressed a little shot from my espresso machine, and with gratitude, I'm like, you know, I have this to do this. Like I have this. I remember when I didn't even have a home. Like I remember how hurt our children were to be uprooted. And as parents, how we felt like we failed them, even though it was just like boom, 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 this and that and this and that. And people don't take into accountability your mental health, how you're doing mentally when you're going through this, and the mental struggle and how hard it is for you to focus. I haven't worked at um a 9 to 5 or clocked in anywhere other than doing IHSS for some family members since before Brielle passed away, because the focus left. It was so altering because I felt like I was in a place, in a space where I was doing what I was supposed to do. I was being who I was supposed to be, and I thought, like, why did this happen to me? I know that there's things like you think like, why has this happened to me? I was watching a video, and this girl was saying she didn't understand why she was born to the parents that she was born to, because of the way that they treated her. Just, you know, all these questions, the why me, and we have to really stop and say, why me? I was chosen for this, but why me? What is it in me? What is it about me that the Most High is is getting my attention? And so all of those things that I went through, that I lived through, that I grew through, I remember here, I think it was James Fortune, live through it, grow through it. You can make it if you just, I think it says pray through it. Um, but live through it, grow through it. And it's not that the challenges will stop. But guess what? When you focus and now you begin to create the reality that you desire, now you begin to shape and mold your world, because a world is a spiritual realm, right? A metaphysical realm. So this thing right here, right? The AI is trippy because it says add a question. It says, "Do you like a lot of ice in your drink?" So I didn't even hold my drink up while I do have ice. I have a refresher right here, right? So the other day it says something about coffee. I was drinking coffee while I was doing a live stream. I sipped the coffee. So yeah, the camera saw me do it, but I just got this drink, right? And so I'm just saying like how AI is constantly watching, and it's a trip. But yeah, we there's as it says in the Bible, um and I tell y'all, don't throw the baby out with the bathwater, right? No, I don't attend church anymore. I've talked about why. Um we if you like, just leave a comment, not in the chat but in the comment section, so that I'll see it later and I could do an entire video why I don't attend church anymore. But the main reason is that I'm a spiritual being, and I know that the Most High, who is commonly referred to as God, um is much bigger than that and is not in that. So it would just take it takes a lot of, because I don't want to offend anybody, because um I respect that people have their own point of views, that people have their religions, that people have their cultures. I respect that. But it it is mine too, because this is how I grew up, this is how I raised, this is what was instilled in me. It is mine also to talk about. Um so yeah. So I'm a spiritual being. I believe in spiritual work. I believe in working with our ancestors, connecting with our ancestors. I work with the archangels. Archangel Michael. I have a very special connection with Archangel Michael. Archangel Raphael as well. A lot of the archangels, I have a very special connection with, and I would be sitting here naming them for a long time if I spoke all their names, but they know who all they are and how much they mean to me. Um, I work chakra work, Reiki work, astrology, all of these different things that one may deem to be witchcraft or demonic, and it is not the case at all. And like I said, we can sit down and talk about these things in another video, because I came here to encourage you today and not, you know, talk about the religious context. But the point of that was not throwing out the baby with the bathwater. There is very important and vital information in the text, in the biblical text. And um I can't remember exactly what scripture it is, but the thorn in the side thing, where it's just there as a that thorn is there as a reminder, um, as a humbling reminder, as a reminder to be grateful, as a reminder of where you came from and what you grew through. And I have some thorns in my side. Um, so, like I said, you may be in a space where you just trying to make it, or you're suffering mentally or spiritually, and you will get through it. You will get through it. The feeling is a secret, so focus on what it is you desire and feel that. Feel how you desire to feel, because feeling is the secret. That's the most important thing. And what does that mean, feeling how you desire? You may feel bummed out, right? I woke up today, as I have since February 24th last year. Um, my cousin, who I was extremely close with, she was one of my best friends, passed away February 23rd last year. And so since February 24th, I have been waking up and I'm like, wow, like she's really not here. It really wasn't a dream. Um, no texts, no calls, nothing. And so that's a thorn in my side that I'm working through, that I'm growing through, that I'm figuring out how to navigate this life without her. I just never I never imagined that we would be living this life without her. And so, that's a continuous thorn in my side and it hurts as you can tell, right? It hurts. But today I woke up and I said I was up for a while. I had did all the things that I needed to do, my early routine, and I came back and I was just sitting on the bed and I went into that space where I'm just like, girl, I can't believe you're not here. Like, what do I do? And I was sitting there and I had zoned out and I could hear her say, Shanette, what are you doing? And I like snapped out of it and I'm like, huh? Like, did I just hear, like, what? And I could hear her clearly say, you have to keep living. Like, live. Not just exist, right? But live. So many of us, too many of us are just existing. You came here to live, not be a prop. You came here to live, not be a NPC, non-playable character. You came here to live, to experience life fully and abundantly in a beautiful, miraculous way. Live that, be that, see that. There are things right here. Like, if you can't hop on a plane, there are things near you. I saw someone post this waterfall that I think is like only 40 minutes away from me or something like that. I have to look it up again. But I'm like, wow, that's right there. I don't even have to go over to Niagara. I can drive 40 minutes and experience this beautiful waterfall right here. I can drive 7 minutes and be at one of the most beautiful parks that it's my favorite. It's one of my favorite places in the whole wide world. So, yes, just if you take anything from everything that I've said today, let it be to keep going, to keep living. Because you do that, I promise you it will get better. You just have to feel it. When my baby passed away, I felt my baby in my arms. I kept feeling it. I kept that feeling of I am somebody's mother. I kept that feeling. And my children are teenagers now. I kept that feeling of having a car. Even when I was, you know, days that Maurice and I didn't want to bother anybody in our family, and I was big pregnant, and I remember we was like, we could just walk to the store. There's not a store. The store is probably about a mile from us, I think. And we was like, it'd be good for us. We could just walk to the store. We walked, but we didn't keep that feeling of having. We didn't let go of that feeling of having reliable transportation. just keep going. Just find something to make you smile. Find something that you like, and make a mood board. It doesn't even have to be a vision board, just a mood board, something to boost your mood. So what's your favorite color? I love pink and green and lavender. So putting those something in, those colors on a cutting them out and putting them on a paper or printing them, or making a virtual board on my phone or one of my iPads. I know that that's going to boost my mood, and then I feel better. I feel good. All right, so I'm I know, I feel that this has helped someone, that this has boosted someone's mood, that this has encouraged someone, and I feel that you will keep going. I feel it, and I'm grateful for it, and I'm in much gratitude for that. Thank you to everybody who subscribed during this live stream, and all of the chat, everybody in the chat, sorry. I'm really, really grateful for you. Thank you so much. And I will be back. What is this, Thursday? We'll see. We'll see. If I'll do another live stream this week. If not, I will talk to y'all next week. And yeah. Yeah. Be in love. All right. Be in love with yourself. And just continue to give that love to yourself. Continue to validate yourself. Continue to walk in your power, stand in your power, be in your power, and operate from your power, because the power, you are the power. The power is you. I love you all so very much, and I will talk to you soon.